Hi all, there's a new Unreal Engine feature for remote controlling it using open sound control messages that I'm excited to show you. I love making live visuals controlled by music, and I'm very excited about the promise of Unreal Engine for this. But until now, to receive OSC, you really needed to make custom blueprints, and using them required a lot of verbose patching, which I found slowed me down when experimenting. So this new remote control preset feature of Unreal shows a lot of promise in speeding its OSC control up by quite a bit. With that said, this is a new feature, it's still in beta, and currently it's not particularly well documented. Hopefully this video will make it a bit more accessible to you all. First things first, we need to enable all the plugins in Unreal Engine for this feature. So go to Edit, Plugins, search for Remote Control, and enable Remote Control Protocol OSC, the API, and the web interface, and then restart Unreal Engine. In the project settings, you need to enable sending and receiving OSC. So go to Edit, Project Settings, find Remote Control OSC Protocol, expand the server settings, and make sure there is a server with the local host IP 127.0.0.1 and the port, the default is 8001. There, we're done with the preparation and we can start with the interesting bit. So you go to Miscellaneous, Remote Control Preset in the content browser to create a remote control panel. You open it, let's arrange it so that you keep it visible and enable logging. I've opened a scene with some objects in it which we can experiment with. Select an object in your scene and you'll see that next to each of the object's parameters, there's a new closed eye icon. By clicking this icon, you expose the parameter for remote control. Now, for each entry in the panel, you need to expose OSC paths and set the ranges. You click the plus sign, you enter a path name, and then set ranges for what input values map to what output values. So for better or worse, Unreal clips any values received outside of the ranges set, so you need to be a bit careful with your choices here. That's all really. So in the quick example that I've put together, I've exposed a few parameters this way. As you'll see, the visuals are reacting to the OSC messages I am sending to Unreal from 2. Unfortunately, I found a few bugs with implementation this far. Not surprising since it's still in beta. Most importantly, Unreal seems to ignore any values received in a list besides the first one. So you can't really use this feature right now for OSC messages which send more than one value, like XYZ coordinates or RGB, hue, saturation, luminosity, color, for example. Secondly, for exposed Niagara parameters, for some reason the eye icon is always on, but the parameters don't appear in the control panel. I use a workaround for now until I find a better solution, which is to create a blueprint exposing its own user parameters, which in turn maps these to the ones in the Niagara particle system. And then that custom blueprint can be used in the remote control preset. A bit unnecessary. If any of you know why this is needed, be sure to explain it to me in the comments because it sure does look like a bug to me. So given these bugs, the remote control preset functionality is not yet completely ready to replace the previous blueprint OSC solution, but it sure makes working with at least single value parameters a lot quicker, besides Niagara at least, and is very promising for the future when they've resolved the remaining kinks. So that's all for now. Let me know what use you make of this in the comments, or if you have any other suggestions or tips that you want to give me. Thanks.